Saul was ready to sacrifice all these cows that he had just gone and gotten off the... And Samuel comes along and says, why do I hear the bleating of these cattle? Oh, well, I was going to come and sacrifice them. Yeah, they mean nothing to you. And then Samuel turns around and says, obedience is better than sacrifice. Yeah. David was going to go sacrifice, and he meets the fellow and he says, well, I'll give it to you. David says, no, if it hasn't cost me anything, I'm not giving it to the Lord. I'll pay you for it, and then I'll give it, but I'm not just taking it and giving it, because there's no value in it then. See, we've got this part mixed up, church. Yep. In the church, we want it all to be easy. We want it all to have no cost, and then I'll gladly give it. This is all the old junk that I'm either going to throw out or I'm going to give it to the church garage sale. There's no sacrifice. Preach it. Well, I have nothing to do. We got nobody coming home and there's nothing going on, so I'll volunteer a couple hours at the church. Where's the sacrifice? Now, yes, the church will take the time, don't worry. But there's got to be a sacrifice. You got to have that sacrifice in there. Because it's sacrifice that'll bring the presence and the provision of God right into that situation. So if you want to see restoration, then look for an on-purpose way to sacrifice. Take time to purposely, on purpose, sacrifice with your spouse. How many people have set aside their date nights? Don't put a show of hands. Yeah, we're going to have a date night, but you know, it's so busy we can't do it. Of course you can't. It's a sacrifice. Something will always come up. But I would really love to spend more time with you, dear. Sure you would. Oh, I thought we were talking about going into the promised land, Pastor. That's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about. That's exactly what we're talking about. Look for ways to sacrifice on your job. What? Yeah. Sacrifice on my job? Preach it. I put in 8 hours a day here. You expect me to work too? Look for ways to sacrifice on your job. Put in the extra. Do that extra little bit. Oh, you don't know my boss. If you knew my boss, you wouldn't think anybody would want to do. That's not the issue, is it? You're looking for something. The Bible says don't just do it for the kind and the gentle, but also to the froward. Go that little extra. Do that little bit. Make the sacrifice. Well, I don't know, the last time I asked him for a day off, he said not a chance. So, why would I go put in extra hours now when he needs it? Because you're a Christian. Yep. And it's the sacrifice. Do you want God's provision to show up in the middle of your job? What is it that will make you die to your flesh today? Oh my goodness, Pastor, I don't know if I want to go to the promised land anymore. I'm happy on this side of the river. I like manna. Manna is good. What will make you die to your flesh today? See, when you choose death for the flesh, you choose life for your spirit. Every time you choose to put the flesh under, now we know the flesh, we've been crucified with Christ, we know the flesh is dead, but the flesh has an uncanny way of trying to resurrect. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So what's going to put your flesh under today? Well, once he starts treating me right, then I will. That's not putting your flesh under. You can go as far as you want with that one. I'm going to move on. 1 John 4, verse 4, final point, point 4. These are foundational truths, guys.
Good word.
This is just the stuff to get you over the line, over the river. 1 John 4, 4. You are of God, little children, whether you're sacrificing or not. No. You are of God, little children, and have overcome them, because greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. Stand your spiritual ground. When you first decide to do what God has told